Hello everyone, welcome to Caroline's Craft Tree. Today we are doing the March freebie for the Forever Tag Journal using the 2024 freebies. So this month I focused on daffodils and an aqua type color. So I hope you like it. So we've got our usual big base tags. We've got the labels, and we've got some aqua colored bees, some daffodils. Here we've got two really bright colored tags that you could use as tags or toppers. We've got a bunch of the cutouts. We've got our little poem, or little saying. And then we've got a couple pockets, lots of cutouts as always. And they can be used throughout the tag or in other projects that you have on the go. Then we've got some beautiful vintage style journal cards with, I guess, a family, because we got the man, the woman, and two kids, and they're dressed in Victorian type clothing with daffodils all around them. These are so cute. And then we've got like a strip, kind of like a washi tape type strips, but you'll see what I have planned for this. And I kind of plan out my tag, and then I make things to fit into my plan, and then hopefully you can figure out a plan or use my plan, whatever you like. And then we've got one piece of paper as well with a bit of an aqua theme and just a glittery type edge on it. So, and I've printed mine on both sides because of what I have in my head for March's tag in the book. But now I printed the paper on a 24-pound cardstock. 24-pound copy paper. The other pages I have printed on a 65-pound cardstock that I buy at Staples. So easy to find, but any paper, any cardstock, whatever is good. So let me cut all this out and I'll get it all ready, and then I'll come back and we'll put the next page in our Forever Tag Journal. So it'll only be a second for you, but it might be an hour or two for me. But we'll see you in a sec. Okay, so I've got all my stuff cut out. I didn't cut out everything because I don't really need everything, and I have something in my mind of what I'm gonna do, so I just cut out a bunch of stuff, and I've just got the rest in an envelope. In the big envelope I'm keeping all this stuff in. I've got my fabric pieces, I've got some Velcro dots that I'm gonna use. Now you could use magnets or something like that to do what I'm going to do, but it all depends on what you do. And I have some of these long skinny metallic type strips. They're I want to say they were a Creative Memories thing. I don't know. I bought them. They were in a bunch of stuff that I got from a lady. So I've been trying to use them up, and I'm going to use a couple of these today. So let's we've got our piece of paper too, which we're going to use. I've got the two little tags, I've got the two big tags, I've got a pocket, and then I've got all the 4 cards. Just set those off to the side. And I've got our project here, and I've also got my sample thing on how I need to place the fabric strips. I have found this very helpful. It was worth taking the time to do it so that I kind of have it as a reference. So the first thing I'm going to do is attach my big tags so I get it right, and don't forget what I'm doing. So this is going to go on here. Then I'll put these two on, and then I'll glue that on the top. So let's start with this. I'm going to use art glitter glue. I find I can use art glitter glue on pretty much everything. Now I want to line this up, and I got maybe like 1/8 of an inch. I want to try getting the same amount, and I want to try making these even. So I'm just going to do that. Just kind of hold my ruler there. Got about the same distance there as I have over there, and I'm just going to kind of hold up that cloth piece, and I'm just going to go like that and then put this down. And because this is covered up, I don't care if my glue comes through or not. But I find with the art glitter glue, even if you do not want your glue coming through your cloth, as long as you don't press down really hard on your cloth, and as long as you don't like overdo it with the glue. I've used it many a times to glue down cloth things. So there is that. And then of course that's going to go like that eventually. So let's glue this down. These are different sizes. It doesn't really matter. They're all about the same width. So I want this to be fairly even. I'm going to turn this away, so then I can kind of line them up. If you were doing a journal, usually you would stagger this, but because we're doing like a flip-floppy thing, don't really need to stagger them. So there is that one. And then this one here. And it does not bother me that this edge is frayed and this edge isn't, because you barely see any of it anyways. I'm just going to kind of try to line up my glue. So then when I put this down, it'll be relatively even. And there we go. And everything that I'm going to do to these, I could do, or I can do after the main base is put down. I could even come back and stitch around these if I wanted. And you never know, I just might. So now this is going to go down, and hopefully it's relatively the same size, being that we're cutting by hand and all that stuff. It's not perfect. That's okay. I will ink the edge. I should have just inked that before I even put it down, but I didn't. Let's put some glue on top of the fabric, just to make sure we get lots on the fabric itself. And then here we're just going to put it around the edge. You could make each of these into a pocket if you wanted, but I didn't want to do that. And what I'm doing is just kind of a guideline on what to do. Possibilities are endless. You could just even just use these, just making little tiny projects here and there and everywhere. Okay, I'm going to try my best. Line up the bottom. And then hopefully the rest is fairly good. Make sure that it's put down nice. Give it a good rub with my hand. And I think I might just trim this just a tiny little bit. As I say, when you're cutting it by hand and whatnot, it's bound not to line up perfectly, and that's okay. Sorry, I'm probably out of frame, but I want to see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to just ink the edge just a little bit. It helps cover up that white that might show through from side to side. So in other words, it covers up my boo-boos. And I could also ink that up after I'm done. Okay, and the one nice thing about doing it this way, really we could have any one this way and any one the other way. I don't think it's like really important unless you specifically want something in each direction. Now on this one, I am going to glue down one of these. I think I'm going to glue down this one. And I'm going to have a pocket here, I think. Yeah, let's do a pocket there. So I'm just going to glue down the 3 sides. Let's put that down right now. I'm going to glue up the whole, like the angled part of the tag. And glue that. And that. Put that down, try to get it fairly even. So then we'll have a pocket here. And these journal cards will fit in there very nicely. Okay. And I already wrecked what was in my mind, but that's okay. On this side, we are not going to glue this down. Yeah, I kind of totally wrecked what I was going to do. But we're still going to do it. We're just going to do it on this side. So this card I do... What am I doing? Got to think here for a second. Okay, now I know what I'm doing. Okay, let's do what I was going to do on the other side. And this is a prime example of it doesn't matter which side we put what on. I'm going to take my piece of paper. And I need a pencil. And I'm going to make it just a little bit smaller than where it starts to angle on the card. So there is that. Let's find the ruler. Let's just kind of get an estimate on. So 7.5 is what we're going to do. So let's go down here and measure 7.5. And then I'm going to roughly fold it there. Roughly where I made the lines. And now I'm going to actually just going to rip that off. So then a little piece of extra paper. Now we've got this here. And I want to do it the width of the card, or the tag, minus a little bit. So there, and I'm just gonna put a little mark there. I want to, so it is 1, 2, 2 7/8. So now 1, 2 7/8 is there. And let's just fold that. Actually, I'm going to fold it a bit smaller. Or not. No, I'm going to do it 2 7/8. And now I'm going to fold it back, and I'm going to fold it again. And try not, I don't want it to be any bigger than 2 7/8. So this next one, I want to make sure that I'm kind of bang on, like that. And then this last piece, well, it's going to be a different size because of the size of the paper. So now basically we have a piece of paper folded like that. I'm going to take this card, this tag, and I'm going to glue this one side down, and I'm going to glue it onto the back here. Okay, so then we're going to end up with that. So let's glue this down. And do this. This is going to give us some nice writing space in this. Or you could put pictures or glue ephemera onto it or whatever you want. Put some glue all over, and let's glue this down and try to get it fairly even. I don't want any of it to stick out the edges. So right about like that. Okay, so we have that. So now it's going to go on the back. I was going to put it there, but things happen, so that's going to go there. Now we want this piece here, and I want to put it up through here like this. So that's kind of going to sit there. And I want to fold that over, and I'm going to fold this over, and I can tell that I kind of didn't get that kind of coming over there straight. Kind of want it to be fairly even. Want it to line up fairly good, which I think will happen once we put the Velcro on there. Now I'm going to ink this edge and that edge, and this edge and that edge. And that's going to eventually, let's slide that back in there again. So it's kind of like a belly band slash closure slash whatever. So that's going to be like that over top of there. Let's put these down. Now these Velcro dots I got at Michael's, and I love them. They are small and they're nice. I like using them. Now I always put a little dab of glue on them They are very sticky, but I just never really trust the glue on these things. And I think I'm gonna put 2 on here. It'll help line it up, and it will for sure keep closed. I'm gonna put that other one about, I don't know, 1.5 to 2 inches away. Now I'm going to take, where did I do, oh, there's the other half. I'm gonna put these upside down over this first one. That way it's easier to line them up. I'm gonna have to get some more of these. I've used about half of them since I've got them, and I have had them a fairly good length of time, and I've just kind of started using them more. So I'm gonna take this out for now, and I'm going to put some glue on here. As I say, I don't put a lot of glue, just a little bit, just for that extra security. I'm going to turn my work this way. And then now I'm going to try and line this up before I put those down. Just like that. Now, oops, where's my other piece? There it is. Move those out of the way. And I never just grab it and rip it. I'm careful. I lift it up slowly, and especially because right now the glue is still wet. So there is that. Now I am going to glue the back side of this paper down. So let's do that. And then we can start some decorating. A little bit of glue all over. And let's try to get this down. And again, relatively even. Do the best we can. So now we've got that, and this is going to hold the whole thing closed. But then when it's open, you can pull this up and you have writing space there, and you have all that writing space as well. So that is a lot of nice writing space. Now over here, we've got this. Now my original thought was I was going to put the pocket on here, but now that we've got it the way we do, we're not going to use the pocket now. Let's actually now I want to decorate this. Let's put the saying on the front. The saying this month is, "It was one of those March days when the sun shines hot and the wind blows cold, when it was summer in the light and winter in the shade." I'm going to put that there, and let's get, I think there's a couple of these. Let's put a couple of these on there just to, okay, let's do that. That's what I want to do. Oh, and I was gonna put these stripes along the pocket, but now I'm thinking I'm not gonna use those now. I'm going to put this on here. Take that blob of glue off the end. Okay, let's get this done up. And I wasn't supposed to glue all the way to the edge, but I did. That is typical me. I always end up putting glue where I don't actually need it. Let's put that relatively in the middle, which I didn't get it. Oh, geez, and then I put it upside down. Better put a little bit more glue on that now. Should rename this video and put what not to do with your freebie forever booklet. Okay, let's get it the right way and let's get it in here centered this time. Okay, there we go. Do we got it this time? Let's make sure we don't have it glued to our page. Okay, now this is going to go here, so let's not put glue on those two petals. And glue this down. I'm just thinking too, a nice little piece of bling in the center of these would look really, really cute. So I'm going to have to get my bling out and put something in there. Okay, then this one's going to go there, so let's not glue on those two petals. And there's that. Let's put that kind of right in there, just far enough so it doesn't cover up any of the saying. Now I need to put this, maybe I'll put that on here. Okay, let's turn this over. Let's see what we can put on over here. So we've got our 4 cards. So this we could probably really want that even on there. Okay, there we go. So we could put this on here. It could hang over a little bit, but I think right at the edge is just perfect for. How about if we put a couple bees on here? I didn't cut out all the bees. Those will look good on there. I've also got these great big huge butterflies. What if I made that into a belly band? Let's try that. Let's just see what we're doing. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue there, a little bit of glue here. I'm gonna put that down, make it kind of a little miniature belly band. And then we can put a bee here. Now I will just glue the bottom part here. I'm going to glue down this leg, that leg, down his wing, and just up this side. Because then that way I don't lose any of the width of the belly band. And he's going to kind of go right there. Let's see if we got it right. Okay, that'll work. And let's put this guy over here. We're only not going to glue his tail, because I think he'll be far enough over not to interfere with our little mini belly band. Okay, let's put him way over here like so. There we go, and then we can put, maybe we can stuff this in the top here. There we go, and we can put this butterfly this way. So we could also write on the back of these things. So that, I like that. And over here, we've got some really cute birds. Let's put a bird up there. I like doing these with a fair good number of cutouts. I know some people don't like fussy cutting, but this way you can kind of make it your own. You can add the pieces wherever, because I could have easily have added the bird in, but maybe you want to put the dragonfly there, or one of the other birds or something. Speaking of dragonfly, I'm going to put him right down here. And you could even put, you know, one of the colors of something like this over here to kind of blend the pages together a little bit. Every month is going to have kind of a different color and a different theme type thing. Daffodils in March seem to go together so nice. Now remember, I got a pocket here, so I don't want to put anything over the edge, especially if I'm going to glue it. Now over here, let's undo this for a second. And I think we need something right in here. Let's just put a little butterfly, just because we have them, and it makes the opening of the pocket a little surprise. Let's just put him right in here. And I was thinking in here, might be nice to just add something little, like how about that butterfly right up there, just so then it's not quite so bare. Mind you, once you get writing in there, it will be fine. We have that up in there. And we could even put just a little flower there, just to give it a little more color. I hope you're enjoying this year's monthly freebies. I've really enjoyed making them and doing this little flippy floppy forever tag journal. And what if we put this butterfly over here, and he will actually stick out a little bit as well. Or we could put him right on the top. Let's do that. So I'm not going to glue up these two ends, because they will be hanging over the page. Whoops. Just about put them on the wrong way. That would not have been good. Okay. We have him there. That is perfect. Okay, let's do that back up. Try to get it as even as I can, just because. And I think that that is pretty good, except we are going to put, open this up, we are going to put these 4 cards into here. And they fit in there just perfectly. Good, good. And now let's close it back up. Even with those cards in there, this is still going to close good. It is a little bit tighter, but that's okay. So now, oops, we got to put these back in here. Tuck that in there. Tuck it underneath the bee, and we got our little butterfly that's going to tuck up in there as well. So there we have March's freebie. So now when you're flipping through, you got this, and then you got this, and then you turn it over, and we have that. I like it, I like it, I like it. I hope you like it as well. I so look forward to seeing what you do with your March page in your Forever Tag journal. Yeah, I just look forward to it. And let me know if you're doing videos on this. I would love to put a link in my description for your channel if you're working along with this Forever Tag journal. And also feel free to post your pictures in the Facebook group. All those links are down below. So we will see you again soon. Bye.